heartbeat. So today we'll learn what is heartbeat. Actually the heartbeat is nothing but the walls of the heart are made up of a muscle which is called as a cardiac muscle. So this cardiac muscle, it will contract and relax. This rhythmic contraction of the heart and relaxation of the heart is constitute your heartbeat, and this heartbeat can be measured with an instrument called as a stethoscope. Okay? Yes, generally you can feel your heartbeat by placing your hand towards your left side of your cavity. So this pumping of the blood from your heart will give you a sound, lubbed up. That lubbed up sound is nothing but contraction and relaxation, that is called. And this mostly will be measured with the instrument called a stethoscope. So this stethoscope has a 3 parts. This is a chest piece which have a sensitive diaphragm, and this is an earpiece. Okay, this earpiece and the chest piece is connected by a tube-like structure. So these are the 3 parts, and heartbeat can be felt only with this instrument. So mostly doctors will be checking your heartbeat through the stethoscope, and even you can feel the heartbeat through your pulse. What is pulse? Pulse is nothing but the pressure created by the blood cells in the arteries against the bone. When you press that blood vessel against the bone, the flowing of the blood will get pumped very fastly. That is nothing but your pulse. Then how can you do this pulse? How can you find out your pulse? Just when you raise your right hand, you will have a thumb finger. Under the thumb finger, when you press with your left hand index finger, you can easily find your pulse. That is nothing your pulse rate. So for an average child or anyone, you can see that a pulse rate will be 70 to 80 times per minute. It will be there. So here the number of times heartbeat is equal to your pulse rate. Yes, this is about your pulse rate. Now structure of your heart. Now before going to internal structure of your heart, just we'll see the view of the heart. This is the front side of the view, side view. This is right side, this is the left side of the view, and this is the back side of the view. This is a complete entire the structure of your heart. Now when we cut vertically, when we cut the heart vertically, what we can see inside of that but your internal structure of your heart. So when you cut vertically the heart, you will find 4 chambers. Okay? So the first chamber is your this one. Yeah, these are your 4 chambers of your heart. The first one is your right atrium and right ventricle, and next coming to your left atrium and left ventricle. Okay, this is on a right. These are the 4 chambers of your heart. When you cut vertically your heart, you will find these 4 chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, and the left ventricle. This right atrium, this right side of the heart and the left side of the heart has been divided separately. That is by a wall called as a septum, which is called as a septum. Okay, it is separated by a wall called as a septum. Now, what does this chambers do actually? So before we go for what the chambers do, we'll see this right atrium and the right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle are separated by a gate-like structures. We call it as a valves. Okay, we call it as a valves here. Okay, valves. What is this valves are doing here? Here in the left side of the part we have a 2 valves which are called as a bicuspid valves. which are called as a bicuspid valves. And if you see in the right side, we have a tri. Tri means 3. Bi means 2. Tri means 3. Tricuspid valves. Okay. So this valves, what they are doing, they will not allow the blood flow. So how they are not allowing the blood flow from one chamber to the other chamber, we will discuss now. Before that, we will see, as we said that heart is an organ where it pumps the blood. So how the blood will be entering into the heart. So here we have one blood vessel which carry the blood, that is called as a pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein, actually where it originates, it will originate from the lungs. Okay. It will originate from the lungs here. This is your lungs. On either side of the heart, you will have a lungs. Okay. So generally when you see, the heart will be the center and beside that there will be lungs. Due to this heart, the lungs are present in the chest cavity. Why? What is the reason? What is the interlink between the lungs and the chest? Lungs and the heart. This lungs, what it will do, as we have learnt in the respiration process, it will carry the oxygen. That oxygen blood will be transported to tissue, I told. That blood will be sent to the heart through the pulmonary vein. So from the pulmonary vein, the blood will be entering. Okay, the blood enters into the left atrium. So once the left atrium will get filled up, the bicuspid valve which is open, it will get closed like this. So once it get closed, means it is completely filled. Once it filled, it will open. The bicuspid valve will open and it will allow the blood to flow completely into the left ventricle. So once this left ventricle is filled up, then the blood will be pushing into a large blood vessel which is called as a aorta. Aorta. This is a big blood vessel which carries the pure blood from the left ventricle to the different organs of our body. This aorta, as it is moved out of the heart, it will divide it into small blood vessels which are called as arteries. This arteries will carry the pure blood. Arteries will carry the pure blood from heart to the organs. And once the pure blood reaches to the organs, it will utilize that blood, and that blood again, after utilizing, it will carry the impure blood. That impure blood will carry by the blood vessel called the veins. Okay, veins. This veins will carry the impure blood from the organs to heart. So directly this vein cannot connect to the heart. So that time these veins are connected to two more veins which are called as a superior vena cava. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. This superior vena cava will receive the blood from the upper parts of the brain, like neck, brain. That from there the impure blood will be carrying from superior vena cava. It will carry the veins, the veins from the brain and the neck will carry the impure blood, and it will be supplying to the superior vena cava. From superior vena cava, right atrium will be receiving the impure blood. So inferior vena cava will receive the blood from the hand, legs and your internal stomach, everything. So from there the veins will be carrying the impure blood and it will be supplying through the inferior vena cava to the right atrium. From the right atrium, once it gets filled up, the tricuspid valve will get opened and it will fill the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it will be moved to a lungs through the pulmonary artery. Through the pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery will be supplying the blood to the lungs. So in the lungs, the impure blood which carries carbon dioxide will be released out of the body. Again the blood will carry the oxygen and it will enter the heart through the pulmonary vein. So this is about your internal structure of your heart. I just want to make a point here, students, that arteries, veins, pulmonary artery, pulmonary veins, these four are very much different. Yeah, this pulmonary vein, arteries and veins, and pulmonary artery, the names are different and functions are also different. If you see that pulmonary artery and artery, pulmonary artery will carry the impure blood, arteries will carry the pure blood, whereas a pulmonary vein will carry your pure blood, whereas the yeah. So the pulmonary veins will carry the pure blood from the lungs to the heart, whereas arteries will carry the pure blood. But whereas the vein will carry the impure blood and pulmonary artery will carry the impure blood. So based upon the impure blood, you can keep it in your mind that veins and pulmonary artery will carry impure blood, whereas the pulmonary vein and the artery will carry the pure blood. So this is how the function of the heart takes place. So now we have covered here two topics, that is a structure of the heart and as well as a function of the heart. See, one more thing, I just want to tell you that when the blood enter into the left atrium or the right atrium, it will create a sound called dub. Okay, dub. And when it is coming to the left ventricle, it will create a sound called the lub. So this lub dub, due to the contraction and the relaxation only, we will feel our heartbeat. So this heartbeat per minute, it will beat for 70 to 80 times per a minute. So nothing but your pulse rate. So here this is a completely internal structure of the heart and the function. Let's have a look over a clear picture of your heart. So these are the superior vena cava, right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary valve, tricuspid, inferior vena cava, aortic valve, mitral valve is nothing but bicuspid, left ventricle, left atrium, pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery. And the last most is your pericardium. What is meant by pericardium? Pericardium is a layer which is surrounded, which is covering part. We can say it as a protecting part of the heart, where it will protect from the mechanical shocks. Why? Because between the pericardium and this cardiac muscle, you are able to see this white patch. This is nothing but your pericardial fluid, which will be help you in the getting any mechanical shocks or a physical shocks. So this is overall about your internal structural function of your heart. I hope so you people have understood this topic.